Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the North Node in Sagittarius in a natal horoscope. Well, as most of you know, the North Node is connected with, you'd say, the mission for our soul. We look at it as something where we accentuate and emphasize perhaps after the age of 30. And the South Node is connected with what I look at this as the redundant part of a horoscope, something that may have been very repetitive, perhaps in the first maybe 30 years or so in a person's life, and we go to the North Node and try to accentuate those things that are connected with the North Node in the second part of our lives. So anyway, people with Sagittarius North Node, I think one of the main things with this is that they may seek a need for more profound knowledge, for going perhaps more of like a classroom setting, assimilating knowledge through studying, through actual classroom settings. We look at the South Node in Gemini, which is what they may attempt to get away from after, say, age 30. This person may have put a lot of emphasis on superficial learning previously, and more on the street sense, but the Sagittarius, North Node in Sagittarius, is there to, I guess you could say, kind of find an antidote for that restlessness, that strong inquisitiveness that is connected with the South Node in Gemini, and getting away from that by doing so is perhaps to find fulfillment in some kind of scholarly pursuit, something connected with collegiate studies, taking some kind of course, whether it could be correspondence course or something in a classroom study setting, doing some kind of studies where they're assimilating something very profoundly, and not just going learning things that might be somewhat inconsequential, trivial, or not as significant as maybe taking something and actually learning it fully. This could be a person who has a restless desire for knowledge, and may feel that they're fulfilling it somehow by learning things a little bit here and there, this and that, but without really finding that fulfillment for the soul, which is really to learn something more completely rather than just delve into something here and there. This could be, I look at this, another thing is that Sagittarius is about the truth and being exceptionally veracious, while Gemini, well, not necessarily someone that is about any constant prevarication. Gemini could be a sign which might try to bend it a little bit in order to appease somebody, or to not really come across as being hurtful, or to try in an attempt not to hurt someone's feelings. While Sagittarius, though, being a sign that can be jovial and jocular and very good-natured and good disposition, will often not hesitate to say the things to somebody, and being veracious as they can be, come across as being blunt and outspoken, they're more apt to be the truth seekers. So I think with this is that this person has to learn to maybe speak a little bit more, will learn to be speaking boldly, and more about maybe not holding back as much. This could be a person that had gotten by being street savvy for the first half of their life or so, but then found out or comes to a realization that there is something lacking, and through some kind of scholarly pursuit, latter point in life maybe, this person may find it. This is not to say that the person doesn't mean that they're not going to pursue something collegiately or on a college level before, in the first part of their life, maybe shortly even after high school, but there still may be a sense of lack in this area, and this person might even pursue collegiate activities even more strongly, perhaps after age 30, for example. Um, Look at this as well, and Sagittarius is about being the adventurous, going on exploration, and Sagittarius obviously is a sign that can be known for being sports-minded or athletic, and perhaps this person, through more outdoor activities as opposed to just assimilating trivial information and just communicating to others, this person might find through physical stimulation that this somehow this does enliven the intellect even more, and is more apt to fulfill perhaps their, I guess you could say, more and better more frame of mind to be able to become more learned, or be able to learn, wanting to get I guess you could say, like, more knowledge or what have you. Perhaps by doing things that are more outdoorsy, they can even maybe meet the people that will help maybe lead them to some degree to learning something on a little higher level, and more about something connected more with broad concepts, as opposed to, as I said before, the superficial learning. As this is something where in this part of the time in their life, that this person feels a need to go on this quest to fulfill, I guess you could say, their restlessness inside. And by doing so, whether it's through outdoor exploration, through some kind of scholastic learning, through actually studying something in a more persistent way, searching for the truth, this person could find their soul fulfillment by doing so. And back to the thing with the sports, perhaps this person might even try to learn some kind of sport even in the latter part of their life, and be very proficient at it, and this can help maybe satisfy their restlessness by going out and doing something not just for mental stimulation, but for physical as well. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the North Node in Sagittarius in a natal horoscope. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the North Node in Capricorn in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.